Hi Yogi, I'm Scarlett and welcome to Practice. This practice is designed to uplift your energy and your frequency, all while opening up your hips and getting you really stable and grounded in order to visualize and manifest your dreams. I have a list of affirmations that I want to share with you here. I'll also write them down below or include some sort of link. So the first affirmation is, I'm aligned with the energy of abundance and it flows freely and naturally to me. Love surrounds me and I give it and receive it unconditionally. I'm worthy of deep, authentic, and meaningful connection with others. I radiate love and love comes back to me in abundance. My body is a vessel of vibrant health, and I treat it with love and care. I'm ready to embrace transformation and amplify my true potential. I release what no longer serves me, making space for the abundant blessings that flow into my life during this sacred time. My heart is open and I radiate love and compassion to myself and others. I'm worthy of all the good that flows into my life. So if any of these affirmations resonated with you, or if all of them did, you can write them down and put it on a sticky note, like in your mirror or your bathroom, somewhere in your life where you can see it often, perhaps even your phone. And to go with that, we're going to begin class today with Kapalabhati Pranayam, or it's also a Kriya, a cleansing practice. It really helps to stoke the inner fire and activate the solar plexus chakra, where it's really our seat of gut intuition, our place of activity, the purpose of moving forward, drive, and determination. So a lot of good stuff. What it is the inhale is passive, and in the process, the exhale is quite active. The exhale goes through the nose, and every exhale, the navel will go in towards the spine. While the navel is moving in towards your spine, you do want to make sure that your shoulders stay open and relaxed, and your face stays open and relaxed as well. I'll demo just a few rounds here so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll guide you through it. So from here, it's just, so I'm exhaling through my nose, and my navel is pumping in towards my spine. We'll go together at a pretty steady cadence, and I'll guide you through it now. So find your comfortable seat. You can stay seated directly on the ground or on a cushion or a block, your choice. Resting your palms face down to ground your energy down, or face up to receive. Soften your gaze in your own time. We'll just take a cycle of breath, a normal cycle of breath to begin. So exhale your breath all the way out. Take a deep breath in and a full slow breath out. Inhale, fill up halfway, and we'll begin here. Final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale, fill your breath all the way up to the top. Softly hold and suspend your breath. Pelvic floor in, feel your prana move. Through your nose, exhale, softly release. 2 more. Inhale, fill bottom to top. Hug your pelvic floor up and in, navel in, throat back. Suspend your breath, keeping softness across your body and your face. Through Through your nose, slowly exhale all the way out. Once more, inhale, fill up. And hold. Exhale to release. Inhale, circle your arms out and up overhead. As you exhale, fold your hands through heart center, noticing the after effects of your breath. Visualize your intention in your mind's eye, whether it's a word or a visual or a feeling, and drop it down into your heart space to be set in the form of your intention for practice. Take a big inhale, lift your heart up to your thumbs. And exhale, gently bow your chin and your head down towards your heart. Lift your chin, softly open up your eyes. If you have 2 blocks, you can always move them to the top of your mat as you need. And then go ahead and stand all the way up. I'm going to face you, but you can stand at the top of your mat with your feet as wide as the outer edges. I'm going to step off of my mat just so you can see my arms. A little bit might be cut off. So stand with your feet wider than your hips, toes straight forward. Palms forward, standing in your Tadasana, strong, stable foundation through your feet. On this inhale, circle and sweep your arms up overhead. Keep your arms overhead, just exhale and soften here. I will be mirroring you with my arms here so that they'll look the same as yours, but they'll be different. So take an in-breath here, fill up. Keep your right arm lifted. As you exhale, lower your left arm down with your palm turning out to begin. Now from your left shoulder head, turn your left palm back behind you so that the thumb faces back and your palm is facing out to the side. Now turn your right palm also out to the side, but your thumb will face forward. So if you can't see, it's sort of like this, where the right fingertips are shooting straight up and the left hand is shooting straight down. So plug your right hand up, your left hand down, and your feet down into the ground. And see if you can open your heart more by taking your arms back. This particular arm positioning is really great for creating spaciousness through the upper torso, your shoulders, and your heart. Now, once you have this positioning, I invite you to go ahead and soften your gaze or close down your eyes. And we're just going to hold and breathe here for a few deep breaths. So creating this space through the container of your body, feeling the rooting action through your feet. Really lengthen up through the crown of your head, up into your right fingertips like you're reaching for what you desire. And then your left hand is anchoring down from the heart down into the ground. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale, turn both palms back in towards your body. Soften your left palm down to your outer left thigh. Reach up into your right hand, get really spacious. And then send your hips over to the right. Reach your right arm over to your left, side bend. Your head can either gaze down, out, or up. Keep breathing here. I'm just going to transition back onto my mat to where you are. So breathing, creating space through your right side body. Take a really big deep breath in here. As you exhale, circle yourself all the way down to a fold. Blocks are always an option. Inhale, palms to blocks or the fronts of your shins. Lengthen your spine forward, shoulders back. As you exhale, hands down to the ground. Big step back with your right foot for left lizard lunge. Curl your heart open with your shoulders back. I'm going to begin an active lizard here. So back knee lifts away from the ground. If you need support, you can always bring your hands onto your blocks or soften your right knee down to the ground. Staying here, lowering onto palms, or option to lower down onto your forearms. So there's no need to push all the way to your edge, just finding some activation here and opening through your inner hips. We'll just take one big breath in your active lizard. And then as you exhale, we will soften the right knee down to the ground now and untuck your toes. So feeling that softening and that surrendering into the shape with your right leg down on the ground. You can fold forward a little bit more with this extra sense of support if that feels good, or stay high. Breathing more space into your hips here. Take one more big inhale here. And a slow breath out. And from here, gently walk yourself back up onto your hands. And walk your right hand off of your mat over to the right side so that your fingertips point out. And lean onto your right shin, reach your left arm up. This is a great place to stay, or as you exhale, reach your left arm back. Stop and stay, or bend your right knee, engage your hamstrings, and grab onto your right foot. Even though your hips are apart here, I want you to think about hugging your sit bones towards one another, finding this quad opener through the right side. Anchor into your right palm, really lean the back of your heart and your head back. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, gently release your right foot, circle your hands down to the ground, and release your right leg back. From here, heel toe your left foot across your mat, coming into a pigeon. Lower your left shin, center off your hips. Tend up onto your fingertips and tuck your right toes under so your right knee is on the ground. You can always support your left hip with a cushion as you need. Left hip back, right hip forward, tenting your fingertips forward onto the ground or onto blocks. Really active right leg here, hugging your left outer hip back and your right hip forward. Stay here, or you can begin to walk your fingertips back, opening your heart up more. Stop and stay here, or stretch your arms overhead, reaching up and outwards. Option to touch your palms and gaze up. Feel the rooting activation of your legs here, with a lifting and opening of your heart space. The higher and more open you lift your spine, the more you'll get into this right quad, right hip flexor. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, circle your hands down, untuck your right toes around the top of your right foot. You can stay on your hands or on blocks, or fold forward onto your forearms, now surrendering in. Noticing the difference between the activation to the softening and surrendering inward. Before we have space to manifest and create our reality with our desires, we need to create space by letting something go, whether that's a past relationship, faulty beliefs, core wounds, pattern thinking. Our emotions can show up in our body through our hips, through any inking or any tension. So in this asana practice, we're creating space by rooting down into our legs, opening the hips, creating spaciousness across the heart, so that we are open to receive the capacity, or the vessel, our body, our vessel is open to receive. Take one more cycle of breath here. And then gently guide yourself back up onto your hands. Really root your hands, spreading all 10 of your fingerprints with your index fingers forward. Tuck your right toes, and then go ahead and shorten your right knee in so more weight comes up onto your hands. Then from that stability, sweep your left leg up and back behind you for three-legged dog extension. Pressing your hands down and forward, keeping your left leg long and straight here. Active foot, whether pointed or flexed. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, stack your hip, bend your knee, and take your toes to your right. Breathe here. One more big inhale. Exhale, circle your left knee wide out towards your left tricep and step your left foot outside your left pinky. Take a breath in, high lizard. As you exhale, step your right foot forward, outside your hand, heels in, toes out, bend your knees, sink your hips back, and bring your hands to heart center. You can always sit up onto your block or lift your hips a little bit higher as you need, or lift your heels. If this feels okay, interlace your fingers all the way to inner webbing and take your hands and your knuckles straight up. Anchor down into your feet and slowly rise all the way up to stand as you inhale. As you exhale, sink your hips back, bend your knees, lower down any degree. Hold your inhale, lift your spine. As you exhale, take your knuckles forward, round through your spine, hug your navel in. Inhale, spine long, anchor into your heels, rise all the way up, taking up space, rooting to rise. Exhale, sink your hips low. Stay, inhale, breathe long. Exhale, reach your knuckles forward, round through your spine. Inhale to lengthen. And rise all the way up. Turn your toes forward, feet stay wide, arms sweep down, palms forward, Tadasana. Feeling into the after effects on this side. Feeling into your body and feeling into your breath. And softly open your eyes, stay where you are. I'm just going to turn to face you, and we'll start the second side. So you're rooting down into your feet, inhale, circle, and sweep your arms up. Left arm stays lifted, exhale, lower your right hand down. Turn the palm back behind you so that the thumb turns inward, and the thumb will face back, the palm will face out. Your right hand, turn your palm out as well with the thumb forward. Shoot straight up into your left hand, down into your right. Hug your shoulder blades onto your back and open your heart more. But keep a little tone here between the low ribs and your pubic bone so that there's this little tone through your low belly. Soften your gaze in your own time and just focus on this ringing out action. Whenever I do this, I'll always feel this big swirl of energy through my spine, through my torso, through my shoulders. Just noticing what you feel. One more big inhale here. Slow breath out. Softly open your eyes, turn your palms towards one another. Soften your right hand to your thigh. Breathe in, lift up and out of your left side. And then side bend over to your right. Allow it to feel spacious and good. I'm just going to move back to my mat. You can allow your head to be anywhere that feels most comfortable for your neck. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, circle yourself down into your fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, palms to shins. Exhale, hands down, big step back with your left foot into high lizard lunge. Remember the different modifications that you can take with your props, so you can always support your body as you need. You're at home, so really lovingly care for yourself. We'll start this active lizard here, so a great place is to stay on blocks or on hands. Or if it feels good, you can lower onto your forearms. Really activate through your body here, but create a softening where you can across your face, your jaw, your shoulders, even your fingertips and toes. One more big inhale here. Exhale, soften your left knee, untuck your toes, surrender in for a few deep breaths. Good, one more cycle here. Good, you can stay here or walk your hands up. Step your left hand off of your mat. Lean onto your left hand and reach your right arm up. Keep hugging. It's like you're hugging the sides of your hips together just to help stabilize your pelvis here in this twist. Really great place to stay here. Otherwise, bend your left knee, reach your right arm back. Maybe catch hold of your left foot. Instead of drawing in, just allow it to kick back into your hand. Open your heart up for this quad stretch. Lean your head, throat, and heart back. One more inhale here. Good, without slingshotting, exhale, release your hands down. And heel toe your right foot across your mat, coming into pigeon. Soften your shin down. Tend your fingertips, tuck your left toes back behind you, and puff your heart up. So remember, this pose might look like this. So you could be more forward, but I do want you to stay more upright as you can, because we're targeting the front of the left hip here. If you did on the other side, maybe checking in with this side if you want to walk your hands back, or if you want to lift your arms up on an inhale. Using your exhale to make any little micro adjustments in your shape, allow it to feel good. One more big inhale. As you exhale, circle yourself down, untuck your toes, top 5 toes of your left foot onto the ground, and fold any degree. Checking in to see what might be arising for you in this shape. Seeing if you can send the touch of your breath through your body, working it through. It will take one more cycle of breath here, breathing in and breathing out. And gently walk yourself back up onto your hands. Tuck your left toes under, shorten your left knee in a little bit so you have more space. Anchor into your palms and sweep your right leg up and back behind you, 3-legged dog, keeping your legs straight to begin. And stay here or stack your hip, bend your knee, toes to your left. Big inhale. Exhale, hug your right knee wide to your right pinky. Big step, high lizard. Step your left foot outside your hand, heels and toes out. Bend into a malasana squat. Hands to heart, elbows in. And this time we'll slide all the way back onto our back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Before releasing your feet down, hip width distance apart. Walk your arms alongside your body, palms face down, and walk your shoulders underneath you, starting with a little lift of your chest. Press into your feet, keep your head stable, so please do not turn your head right or left. Just listen to the cues. Chin out of your chest so your throat is open. Press into your feet and think about rippling up. So find a little hug in of your low belly. Then lift your low pelvis, then your low back, then your mid back, then your upper back. So you're unfurling up. And then hold at the top in your shape, but keep your breath flowing. You can keep your palms flat or interlace your hands, non-dominant thumb on top. With your hands interlaced, you might want to walk your shoulders further underneath you so you have a bigger puff of your chest and your heart. So heart open here to receive. One more inhale. As you exhale, release your spine if you have it, and from the upper back, slowly glide down upper, mid, and low back sacrum, all the way down. Find stillness at the bottom, just noticing. And we'll do one more back bend here, so you could choose to do your bridge shape, or we'll go into upward facing bow or Urdhva Dhanurasana. I'll cue you through Urdhva Dhanurasana, but if it doesn't feel good at any point, please come back down to bridge, or you can also just rest here on your back. So for upward facing bow, take your arms straight up. Spread your fingers wide so that you set your hands up well, and turn your index fingers straight out, so it's like down dog hands, so that you are creating space in your shoulders. And one at a time, place your hands to frame your head with your elbows straight up, your fingertips pointing at that slight diagonal. Hug your elbows in. The tendency is your shoulders will want to splay off your back, so we want to hug the elbows in. Press into your hands and your feet, and it's a really strong press into both hands and feet to lift up to the crown of your head. In the crown of your head, curl your heart forward between your elbows. Once you feel stable, glide all the way up or stay on the crown of your head, making sure that you're not dumping your weight into your head. Now firm your inner thighs in. It's like the sit bones together, like the action we did earlier, even though our legs are apart. And then hug your heart forward through the gateway of through your shoulders. And then you really want to activate your feet here and lengthen your back. One more big inhale. And then exhale, slowly glide all the way down onto your back. Take a moment to rest. Feet as wide as your mat, knock your knees, left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Feel into your breath. Feel into the after effects of your shape. Okay, we'll do plow to counter. This is another one where you don't want to move your head right to left. Another option is just legs straight up in the air. Heel toe your feet so they're hip width distance apart, arms alongside your body, palms face down. From here, hug your knees into your chest, engage your low belly, and swing your legs overhead until your feet are either floating or the tops of your feet land at the ground. So you're in a forward fold with your hips off of the ground. Remember, if this doesn't feel good, please do not move your head. Just slide your hips back down to the ground with your legs straight up. Just breathing here, folding yourself in half. One more inhale here. As you exhale, gently slide yourself down your upper, mid, lower back, legs long. Slowly lower them down towards the ground. Open your legs out, heels to the ground into the shape of Shavasana, setting yourself up well with any props. I'll guide you through a short visualization practice before the final full rest of Shavasana. So just allowing yourself to sink into the shape first. Notice where your body is supported. Notice your breath as it travels in and out through your nose, in and out through your body. Imagine you've just woken up for your day. Noticing if you wake up next to anyone in bed, perhaps a loved one or your pet, or you're waking up alone with plenty of space in your bed. Before the day unfolds, ask yourself how you wish to feel. How would you like to feel the moment that you wake up, looking forward to your day? Would you like to spend a leisurely morning in bed, or are you excited to get out of bed? And as you're ready, taking your time, get out of bed and walk over to the window and notice where you are in your perfect day in this visualization. Are you in a bustling cityscape, or at a place of nature. Perhaps there's rolling mountains or a seaside, a quaint village. And notice where the sun is in the sky, what time of day or what time of morning it is. Whether it's early morning or late morning, maybe the sun hasn't even come up yet. And walk away from the window and walk through your home. And just take a moment to visualize how you wish your home or your apartment or your condo to look. Is it filled with beautiful furniture, framed photographs? What is your living space like? And how does it make you feel? Is it light-filled? Are there big windows? Is it cozy or quaint? And what is next in your day? Would you like to do some mindful movement? Or perhaps have breakfast? Allow your morning to unfold. Really seeing it and noticing how you feel. Just seeing little snippets of your day, of how you wish it to be. And allow the day to transition into the afternoon. In your perfect day, what would you be doing in the afternoon? A creative project? A job you love? Spending time with loved ones? Spending time outdoors? How would you like your afternoon to unfold? Really see it, experience it, and feel it. And slowly the day transitions into evening. What are you doing for dinner? Are you eating in or out with friends, a loved one, friends, family, your partner? And what are you doing to wind down? Or perhaps you want to go out? Allowing your evening to unfold before getting back into bed, ready to sleep and rest, allowing any lingering tension to dissolve. And land yourself back in your body in this shavasana, in this present moment. Noticing how you feel to visualize your perfect day and knowing that this reality is possible. Through dedication to yourself and your intention, you can make this a reality. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, and reach your arms overhead, full body stretch. Keeping your awareness inside, hug your knees in one at a time and roll onto either side of your body to pause. Honoring yourself and for showing up for your practice today. In your own time, guide yourself back up to a seat, reorienting yourself. And folding your hands to your heart. Remind yourself of what you wish to manifest in your life, whether it's love, success, health, abundance, community, purpose, anything that you wish to visualize. Drop it from your mind into your heart. To close out, we'll take one final cycle of breath. Exhale out. Take a really big, expansive breath in. And exhale out. In gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up for this practice. If you have any questions, you can always connect with me on my website or on my Instagram, all linked down below. And I'll also put those affirmations in the description box down below if you would like to write those down or take those with you.